Hello and welcome to 3 Minute Gaming. I'm Nathan. Today I'm going to tell you if this game is worth your time and bandwidth. Today's game is Fallout New Vegas. Obsidian and the original Fallout team are back to make a new Bethesda-style Fallout game. Does their gamble pay off? Fallout New Vegas is available on Xbox 360, PS3, and PC. For those consoles, you can stream it through either PlayStation Plus, or it is available through backwards compatibility on the Xbox Game Pass. And the game will take you anywhere between 30 to 100 hours to beat, depending on how much of its world you wish to explore. So what exactly is Fallout New Vegas? Well, it's an open-world, first-person, post-apocalyptic RPG similar on the surface to its predecessor, Fallout 3, but it actually does quite a few things differently. You play as the Courier, who, when traveling to deliver a poker chip of significant importance, is murdered by a man in a checkered suit, or so that man thought. Revived by a good-hearted doctor, you must traverse into the desert wastelands surrounding New Vegas to find the man who tried to kill you, recover the chip, and decide what to do with what you learned the poker chip actually is. Fallout New Vegas carries a lot of things over from Fallout 3, such as the open world, the slow-mo's VATS combat, the first-person perspective, and more. However, it expands on these principles with seemingly small but actually significant improvements to the system as well as the game and world itself. Perks now play a much larger role in customizing your character rather than simply granting stat points, as they allow for more fringe and interesting builds such as a melee-based build. Additionally, the dialogue system has been completely reworked, allowing for traits other than speech to affect dialogue choices. These meaningful changes are all over the dialogue options throughout Fallout New Vegas and make it for a more robust RPG experience. Additionally, the meaningful RPG elements are also expanded into the new faction system, with there being a ton of different factions each vying for control of the area, and you have to make decisions on how to interact with them or just blow them off completely. The game has a plethora of paths and endings to reach based on your personal goals, character builds, beliefs, and so on. This allows for much richer interactions between factions and their characters, as well as a deeper exploration of the ideologies at play in this post-apocalyptic world. There is certainly much more to New Vegas than this, but ultimately that is the main takeaway. It takes the framework established by Fallout 3 but expands on it significantly and makes it a much more fleshed out and more robust RPG experience. So what do I like about Fallout New Vegas? Well, as I said, the RPG elements are just fantastic here, dramatically upgraded from Fallout 3 in both character growth, interactions, builds, and the new perks being fantastic. Additionally, the quests are so well designed, with most having multiple paths not only to start, but work through and finish based entirely on how you've built your character and what information you found in the world thus far. Many of them have much more complications and accommodations than they did in the previous game. And lastly, the world is very rich and thought out, particularly the factions, with each having their own currency, belief systems, and how these clash off of each other makes for some rich dialogue and decision making as you're kind of stuck in the middle of it all. When it comes to the bad, a lot of the content is recycled from Fallout 3, which usually isn't a bad thing, but some guns, when you try to scope, just can't because they don't have scopes in the models they're reusing. Weird things like that pop up now and again. Additionally, that karma system from 3 still feels incompatible with Fallout morality. Luckily, they seem to barely use it in this game in lieu of faction affiliation, but it's weird it's still here. And lastly, while I do enjoy VATS, it still feels like at times it can break the game and make the game too easy should you know how to abuse it. As you know, I rate games here on a 3-point scale: must play, maybe consider, don't bother. Fallout New Vegas is absolutely a must play. It is just a fantastic game. While at first glance it may not look too much different from Fallout 3, once you dig in you will find a considerably more thought out, meaty, robust, and deep RPG system in nearly every capacity. While it still does have more than a few of those Bethesda open world issues that plague their games, it doesn't change the fact that this is a phenomenal post-apocalyptic RPG on par in quality with the original games. If you play one Fallout game, I would suggest it be this one. That is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. What do you think about Fallout New Vegas? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you think it's the best in the series? Are there others you prefer? Please let me know in the comments. But regardless, make sure you go out there and enjoy the hell out of Fallout New Vegas.